Hello everyone and welcome back to piano lessons with the kindergarten curriculum. My name is Dennis Wong and this is lesson number 14 for unit 1 and we will learn about rest. So sometimes in songs we know that we have pauses and the pauses, there are symbols for them, so we need to learn about the rest symbols so that we recognize them on our sheet music and pay attention to them so that we make sure that we pause at the right time for the right amount of time too. Okay, so the first thing that we will do is we will work on the rest board. So this would be an off-bench activity, but for the video, as always, I am going to color in the circles here for the rests. And I would recommend whenever you do this as an off-bench activity to use pom-poms or gems. And what you could also do, you could take out your note value board, your kindergarten note value board from the previous lessons, and you could place it right next to the rest board so they could work on both boards at the same time. All right, let's get started. So as I said, I am going to color this instead. This is going to be a little easier and more relaxing lesson. And yeah, let's get started with the first off-bench activity. So here, this is a whole rest. That means we have a pause for 4 beats here. And this is a very, very long pause. So you see, it's this, but there's a bar line here, and then this is, the block here is hanging down because it's so heavy and so lazy. It's a long pause. That's maybe a good way to remember it. So this one gets 4. There we go. As I said, I'm coloring these in right now, but I would much rather use pom-poms or gems for this activity. All right, the next one here, that's half rest. So this one, half, only gets 2 beats. So we have to pause for 2 beats here. This is a quarter rest. This one gets 1. And then this one is an 1/8 rest. So it just gets half. There we go. And I would repeat this exercise. If I wouldn't have colored this right now for the video, I would work on the board together first for the first time, and then the second time I would have the kids try to work on the board with gems or pom-poms by themselves. All right, let's take a look at our second exercise or second activity for lesson number 14. We have these 3 exercises here. So yeah, let's take a look at the first one here. We have lots of rests on this paper, so the first thing we could actually do, we could color all the rests in one color. All the rests that we notice, it says let's color all the rests in yellow here, but I am going to use this pink here instead. So we have a rest, whoops. Let's see. We have a rest here, here, and we have one here and here. So I am just looking for all the rests on the paper. If you want to use stamps instead, this is also a pretty cool exercise to put some stamps to highlight the rests above them. I am just circling all the rests here with this pink color. I think I got them all now. Yes, I do. Okay. So let's see. Let's start with the first one. We have C here. Very easy. Big whole note C. And then we have a whole rest. So for 4 beats. Then we have a half note C and a half rest. And then we have a quarter C and a quarter rest, quarter C, quarter rest. And it ends with a big whole note C again. So for the pauses, I am going to snap the beats with my fingers. And that's actually fun. Most of the kids enjoy this. So I recommend snapping the fingers, your fingers too, whenever you have to pause. Or the child plays it and pauses and you snap the pauses with your fingers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the first exercise. So the way we would count this, if we counted the rhythm correctly again, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll repeat this first exercise one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's try the second exercise. It starts with the C. 1. Lots of finger snaps in this one. So let's do this one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty easy, right? Because we just played the middle C the whole time. And let's take a look at the third exercise. Let's try to play that. What do we notice? There's nothing to play. There's literally nothing to play there because we have an exercise that only consists out of rests. There are no notes there. But we can snap this one with our fingers too. So let's start from here. We have the whole rest here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have the super fast or short pauses over here. And then it finishes. So this exercise really, there's not much, we don't have to snap our fingers for this one. The exercise actually says shh as an instruction on it because there's nothing to play for us here. All right, that was it. That's the first lesson that we've talked about rest. We will talk a little bit more about rests in our next lesson, in lesson number 15. And we will continue with a new song again. So I'm super excited about that. I'm pretty sure that most of you guys know the next song too. And as always, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And I will see you in lesson number 15.